You study, you highlight, you reread, you even download the perfect pastel Notion template. And still, the grade report arrives with a stubborn B+ printed right where an A should be. Somewhere in your feed, another student is posting a screenshot. Straight A's, minimal captions, iced coffee in hand, while you're calculating how many all-nighters you'll need just to catch up. It feels like they own a secret algorithm, a hidden setting in their brain that you never got the password to. Here's the data that should calm the panic. In a 2022 meta-analysis of 193 classroom studies, researchers at the University of Virginia found that grade improvements of a full letter were achievable in 87% of cases, without increasing raw study hours, once students swapped from passive strategies to what the paper calls strategic retrieval systems. Translation: the jump from good to great is less about horsepower and more about wiring the engine correctly. Tonight, you'll get the wiring diagram. 7 evidence-based upgrades, each tested in semester-long field trials, each designed to extract the highest possible grade from the smallest reliable input. No motivational posters, number 4 a.m. wake-up routines, no personality transplant required. Just a plug-and-play sequence you can run in any course, any major, any year. Upgrade 1, Weighting Intelligence. Before you open a single textbook, locate the syllabus line that reads Grade Distribution. Multiply every listed percentage by the course credit hours. The product is a priority score, sort descending. Whatever sits at the top, often a midterm and a final, becomes your daily target. Everything else is noise until those high-yield assessments are retrieval-proof. Students who followed a weighted-only schedule for 8 weeks raised their overall average by 11.4% compared with peers who divided time equally across all tasks, according to 2021 findings from Iowa State. Upgrade 2, Source Triangulation. Professors are creatures of habit. 78% recycle at least 60% of test items from the same 2 sources they have used for the past 5 years, a 2020 audit of 412 undergraduate exams revealed. Your task is to discover those 2 sources fast. Attend the first 2 lectures, note every citation, then cross-reference with the first quiz. Whatever overlaps appears again, guaranteed. Build your retrieval cards only from that overlap zone, and you have just cut the semester content by roughly half. Upgrade 3, Active Retrieval at the Edge of Forgetting. Open Anki, Quizlet, or plain index cards, tool does not matter. What matters is the interval. After initial exposure, wait 24 hours, then retrieve once. Wait 3 days, retrieve again. Wait 7, retrieve again. Each retrieval event should feel slightly uncomfortable. That friction is the neural pathway thickening. Cognitive psychology protocols from the Dunlosky 2013 meta-study show a 50% retention boost versus massed review, and the total time invested is lower because each session is short and targeted. Upgrade 4, the 45-minute pressure block. Set a single timer, silence every other tab, and work with the intensity you would bring to an exam room. When the timer ends, stand up for 5 minutes of genuine physical movement. Walk to the water fountain, do push-ups, anything that raises heart rate. This oscillation mirrors the Pomodoro structure, but is calibrated to the average sustained attention span recorded in 2022 EEG studies on text-based learning. Participants who inserted micro-movement breaks retained 22% more content and reported significantly lower post-study fatigue. Upgrade 5, Strategic Skipping. Not all assigned tasks are graded, and not all graded tasks are equal. When an item carries less than 5% of the total course weight, apply the 3-skim rule. First skim, headers and summary statements. Second skim, one example problem. Third skim, bolded vocabulary. If you can solve a practice question cold after those 3 passes, mark the task complete and redirect the saved hours to the high-yield assessments identified in Upgrade 1. In a 2019 University of Calgary pilot, strategic skimmers scored within 2% of deep readers on low-weight quizzes while clawing back an average of 6 hours per week. Upgrade 6, Environment Design. Pick one consistent study location and sterilize it of cues that are unrelated to the course. Remove phone cover, wall art, closed door. Add a single course-related anchor, equation sheet, retrieval deck, class syllabus placed in the same visual spot every session. Over 4 weeks, the brain begins to associate that microenvironment with the retrieval state, shortening the warm-up phase from 15 minutes to under 3. This is classical context-dependent memory. The effect size equals roughly 1 letter grade in controlled experiments. Upgrade 7. Feedback velocity. The faster you see the right answer after attempting retrieval, the stronger the synaptic tag. Schedule microtests 2 days before any new lecture. Then arrive to class 5 minutes early and verify your answers with the teaching assistant or posted key. That immediate confirmation loop slashes repeated errors by 30%, according to a 2021 Journal of Applied Research in Memory and Cognition paper, and it costs only 10 extra minutes per week. Stack the 7 upgrades in order and you have a self-correcting system. Weighting tells you where to aim. Triangulation tells you what to study. Retrieval makes it stick. Pressure blocks keep you fast. Strategic skipping frees hours. Environment design triggers focus. And feedback velocity closes the learning loop before mistakes fossilize. Run the sequence for 1 full grading period, usually 6 to 8 weeks, and measure the delta. If the curve does not move, inspect each step like an engineer checking circuit paths. 93% of the time the failure point is either skipped retrieval sessions or misidentified high-yield sources, both easy fixes that require no extra hours, only tighter compliance. Academic success is not a personality trait, it is an operating system. You have just installed the updated version. Open the syllabus, start the timer, and let the algorithm compound.